Hey guys, it's your boy Ink. So I wanted to go over the shooting, the mass shooting event that happened about 2 weeks ago. I think it was August 1st, in I think it's called Twin Falls, Idaho. And I wanted to talk about something I haven't heard many people talking about, or anybody talking about for that matter. Um, you had this coward pulls up, murders the girl who was taking orders, then walked up on the guy next in the line, the car in front of him, shoots this dude dead, and then was confronted by several good Samaritans. The dude you see running was an off-duty police officer who didn't have his gun drawn. Uh, who, because he didn't want a police officer to see him and think he was the gunman. The problem was his dominant hand was shot, and because he wasn't carrying a chambered round, he was unable to chamber a round, and so he was unable to shoot at this coward. The other Good Samaritan, now, from the reports I've heard, is none of the Good Samaritans, the good guys with the gun, who shot at this dude, including this cop right here who shot through the window and missed. I don't know how he missed that shot, but had he shot and killed this dude right here, would have saved an additional life, and several injured victims, when he ran off and shot some people at a Tesla charging station. But my point of making this video is, a few years ago, Jordan Salinas, who is the dude who was carrying the 5.7, FN 5.7, started carrying that. And the FN, for those that don't know, is a gun that was developed by FN to address a request from the military. They wanted a pistol that would shoot a rifle round that was capable of defeating body armor. Now, for military, that makes sense because you're fighting against organized forces, foreign militaries and whatnot. Everybody's wearing body armor, and you need something that's going to defeat that. But if you're carrying a weapon to protect your community or for self-defense, a 9mm will do the trick, because anything at any range that you're going to wind up getting into a gun battle with is going to be inside 200 yards. I mean, that's a extremely long distance to be shooting it out with somebody. The ballistics maximum ballistics range for a 147 grain 9mm subsonic round is 1.5 to 2 miles. But that's shooting it at an arc with the perfect weather. All the factors have to be lined up perfectly to get it out to that range. The effective range for a 147 grain 9mm is 150 to 200 yards, which means that any sort of self-defense, if you're carrying concealed, in your waistband, it's mostly for any sort of threats from 5 meters out to 25 meters. You're in line at the Circle K, somebody comes in with a gun, or somebody tries to rob you at the ATM, or somebody tries to carjack you, very close and personal sort of self-defense scenarios. But as these sort of mass shooters have started to evolve, where they're, going out sort of these sleeper cells threats that we've heard about, where you're likely to find these people at like an outdoor mall or some civilian center, some soft site where there's not like security or metal detection machines, and those sort of scenarios are going to be from 50 meters, 50 yards out to 150 yards. And which is well within the capability, the lethal effectiveness of a 9mm. So having a rifle round, if you're looking to be like a protector of your community, isn't quite necessary, because most of the time they're not wearing body armor. If they are, they're not wearing it properly. So it's like they're wearing it too low, their heart's exposed. If you were to shoot one of these cowards, the second you hit them in the finger, they're going to drop their weapon or they're going to eat a bullet. If you stick a 9mm through their ankle or blow their wrist off, their hand off, it's the gunfight's over. So the point is that when it comes to fighting somebody who's got an AR-15, if you have a 9mm, that's enough. Whoever hits the other first is going to win. The first person to hit the other with a 9mm or a 5.56 or 2.23 in the head, that dude's dying, right? And so my point is, it's not necessarily the round that you need to be concerned about. It's how your consistency and your accuracy. And so my point is that if you have a conversion chassis, B&T makes them, I know Flux makes one, I think SIG makes one. It's basically a chassis that your rifle or that your pistol fits in. It's got a folding stock. It allows you to shoulder your pistol. And it will push the range of a pistol from 25, meter to 50 meters out to 150 to 200 meters. I will show you that right now. I went out to the desert today, and here it is.
Hey guys, what's up? So, came out to the range to do some shooting. What I wanted to do was show you the B&T conversion chassis. I think it's called the U.S. Universal Service Weapon for a Glock 17. It's got a deployable folding stock and a Surefire Rider 9 titanium suppressor for a 9mm. We're going to be shooting 147 grain subsonic rounds. And the reason for this video is I wanted to give it some time following that shooting out in Idaho, that random shooting where the dude with the FN57 intervened, and the Good Samaritan, the guy with the gun, intervened and basically stopped the mass shooter from killing. Well, I guess he killed 2 more people following that, but he didn't get any hits. And the reason for that is at the distance that they were shooting, he was shooting a rifle round. The FN57 was developed for the military, basically for their transport drivers, their helicopter pilots, any of their sort of people that drive vehicles or fly vehicles or whatever. And they needed a holster hip-mounted weapon that had capabilities to defeat body armor. That's why the 5.7 was developed. Now, what I've been thinking about a lot is with this recent shooting in I think it was called Idaho, where something falls or whatever. I'll look it up when I get home. But at the distance that they were shooting, had he been shooting this gun, this round right here, 147 grain subsonic, has a ballistics capability of, I think, 1.5 to 2 miles. That's like literally with shooting with the perfect arch. Weather will play a factor, but its capability, its effectiveness is out to 200 yards, so 150 to 200 yards, which puts the scenario that happened in Idaho well within reach of this being a lethal round to if he had hit the mass shooter. And so my point is that it's not that the shooter who was carrying an AR-15 shooting 5.56 or 2.23. It's not that he outmatched the Good Samaritan or somebody who, let's say, even had a 9mm. If either one of those dudes were to hit each other from that distance, it's game over. And so both, whether you're shooting a pistol or a rifle round at 80 yards to 100 yards, the first person who gets a hit wins. And so my point is that if he's carrying a gun, or if anybody's carrying a gun, and their goal is to be like to be a good Samaritan or to be a protector of their community, you might want to get a chassis, a conversion chassis. They make these. B&T makes these. I know that Flux makes these. I think SIG makes one. A bunch of companies make them. But my point is that this will extend your consistent, accurate shots well out to 100 yards, 100 meters. And so, with that being said, I'm going to shoot this gun, and we're going to see just how accurate it is. I'm looking at about 200 yards here, so we're going to see if I can hit anything. It's a far distance. Gotta hit that red dot. Alright guys, let's see what we can do. Okay guys, so as you can see, what was more important than having a rifle round, having a 5.7 to neutralize the mass shooter, would have been to have a regular old 9mm, 147 grain subsonic shooting suppressed in a B&T conversion chassis. Something that would have given our hero, Good Samaritan Jordan Salinas, the ability to reach out and hit his targets. I mean, the fact that he didn't hit the shooter, it still was enough to
drive him away from the people, from the innocent, unarmed people, and to flee the scene, running off into some mountainside where he shot himself and fell into a ravine of some sort. But my point is that if you're looking for something that's small enough to carry every day in your truck or whatnot, you might want to consider picking up a chassis that holds a pistol, so that you can shoulder it, that has a folding stock of some sort, because that will give you the ability to reach out from 5 to 25 meters, instead out to 150. Okay, and so in summation, the most important thing in this video is trying to emphasize the importance of being able to shoot accurately, with consistency, at distance, so that you can meet the modern day mass shooter who's carrying an AR-15, which isn't a weapon that you can carry every day in your car. For them, when they decide to go on their killing spree, it's a one-day thing, and they can make room for that rifle they need to cause carnage and death. But for you, in order to be armed and be ready for one of these, you have to be carrying something every day, and a conversion chassis, a pistol conversion chassis, which allows you to have the multiple contact points on your body, which will help you get those distant shots that will be effective at neutralizing your target. These are very effective in doing that. Thank you.